Good day, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Tibetan all over the world. My name is Emmanuel Mdiniswa. Today is the 17th of October 2018. It's a bright Wednesday afternoon here in South Africa. Today I'm going to waste no time, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just cross over to my topic of the day. It seems to be a much longer topic today. Under this topic here, let me take you over to one of the topics which I would love us to share this afternoon, coming from the blog. The TBC admin is busy leading us all the way towards understanding what the Billion Coin intends to do. This afternoon's topic is under the subheading November the 11th, 2018 false flag event. I would love to share what I found interesting in this article. Let us go into this article and read from the article itself. Possibly false flag event planned to swing November mid-term, but I would love us to start here. It reads as follows. This is the most important article in this blog to date, but the subject matter should not be shared on posts within social media, such as Facebook. Best way to share is in private messages only, that you can participate in a dialogue with those whom you share it with to avoid misunderstanding. The elite, the powers be, the evil cabal ruling the world use what is called false events to scare the masses around the world into submission. They use their power to create explosive events and quickly pin the events on whomever they want. 9/11, September 11, was one of the biggest examples of this. With all the facts available on the internet of what happened that day, do you believe planes caused all of that destruction? If you do believe that planes completely destroyed three, that's right. It was 3 buildings, not 2. Not 2 buildings on that day. You should stop reading this article right now. That is if you believe that. Now, the article, the elite govern the world of this earth by consent, and they hide the truth in plain sight in a deceptive way. They tell us upfront what they are going to do far in advance, but not in a plain and simple manner. In the case of how they hid the truth about September the 11th in advance can be seen in movies, decades of movies. They told us the date and that the World Trade Center was the target for their planned event. Google search of the September 11 hidden in Hollywood to see hundreds of examples of this. I have covered why they hope for our silence as a form of consent in this article. If I click here on this article, what is going to lead us to? It says your silence is a video here. It's a video here, ladies and gentlemen. It says, take note. Content within this video above is Easter egg. I have mentioned a couple of occasions within this blog that the bank we are partnering with is free from the control of the elite. And the answers how and to answer that is possible is stated within this video. Anyway, all right. All right. Let them that path is to hear ears. Let me, before I come into this one, let me take you back to what I wanted to us to start with. I want us to dwell much on this one. Time is short. I'm very concerned about the date, November 11th, 2018. If there is an event on September 11, 2018, I want you to know who is actually behind it. The evil cabal that uses the deep state globally and that controls central banking are backed into a corner right now. How evil are they? These are the articles about Pizzagate, Pizzagate and the Gijonia Guidestones, a monument dedicated to the destruction of 90% of humanity. Let me click here so that we can follow the blog as it is written. This is the Pizzagate. I won't open up the video of the Pizzagate. I will just continue here. It's true that 300 of the richest people in the world possesses more wealth than 3 billion of the poorest people in the world combined. But that by itself is ridiculous. I'm certain that all 300 of them intimately know each other every code word in the perverted pizza lingo world of pedophiles. These people are disgusting and are pure evil. They are completely consumed by their power and wealth, and most of them come from inbred dynasties. Thanks to them, we have our current set of world leaders and bankers. Think about that. It goes on to say, how much of your time, energy, and talent do you want to offer these people? Are you a willing slave? And will you cowardly do anything that they require of you? Does their power scare you? If so, let me share some truth with you. They, the elite, are terrified of you. Pizzagate has them all running for cover. They hate for their twisted dark lives to be exposed to the truth. They know 3 billion of you can put an abrupt end to the 300 of them. They deserve to all rot in jail. Wake up. The elites are all criminals. The money of the elite is not the only game in town. Their entire financial system is not the only way to run the world's economies. But if we, the people, continue to run our lives on their systems, we can expect this elite to become even more ferocious and find new and improved ways to terrify us. TPC is a breath of fresh air. It is even free from their manipulative powers over the markets. It is destined to be 1 billion strong in memberships by the end of 2017. Our growth is exponential. In March of this year, we were growing by 5 to 6% members a day. And now we are growing by 500 to 600 members a day. Before you know it, we will be growing by 5,000 to 6,000 members a day. That is how exponential growth works. TPC turns poor people into rich people very fast. We are the first abundance-based currency in the world. We offer the polar opposite of what the elite are doing. As membership grows in TPC, more and more inventive ways to use TPC come to light. Count on the smart people to lead the way. Within a year from now, the elite will not have anything of value to offer us here at TPC. As the members of TPC fully embrace the TPC culture and the root into the TPC economy, they will discover fearless freedom they have never known before. TPC can become the leading currency of the world. So be careful how you use your TPC. It is just a tiny fraction today of what will be worthy tomorrow. If you sell it out too quickly or spend it too fast, you will miss out on the blessings that come to those that are the first to get in on something. Pace yourselves, and together we can make this a better world for all. This is a nice, a wonderful article, ladies and gentlemen, dear Tibetians, um, concerning the TPC and the allies. Let me continue. You can read it for yourself as well. November 11, 2018 could be the trigger date that leads to a series of awful events with the power to kill all 90% of humanity. I say could be because I hope the stories we are hearing that the white hats are winning are true and that this plan of the elite will fail. It does seem like the whole central banking system is on its knees right now, and the mass resignations, deaths, arrests, and indictments have been pouring out of the deep state like we have never seen before. But do you see how dangerous this situation is right now? It is like uh, backing a wild animal into a corner, and we should not underestimate the elite and what they will do. The YouTube outage today really spooked me out. I won't go into this one. I seriously doubt that a worldwide outage such as this was just a technical issue. I suspect it was a test. False flag events only have power if the masses are ignorant. The best way to prevent false flag events, they call them stamped the false flag events, is to have the masses knowing the truth about who is doing them, and for the masses to unite against those who do them by using their voices. Mass ignorance and the silence from the masses only encourage these evil people to press forward with their dark plans for humanity. Oh, sorry. Oh, oh, something interrupted me here. Where was I? All right, sorry for that. Massive ignorance and silence from the masses only encourages these evil people to press forward with their dark plans for humanity. Have they silenced voice? Will you read this article and only remain a watcher? Will you just wait and see and do nothing in the meantime? Don't get me wrong. I am not suggesting that you become a half-cooked alarmist and go around declaring around the date November the 11th. That would produce the opposite desired result. What is that result we want? We need to become unified around a solution. The elite, sorry for that. The elite have been very successful. Let me. There's something happening here. Just hold on for me. There must be. This is what I wanted to share with you, ladies and gentlemen. There seems to be a mechanical problem here today. Let me see here. What is desired? What is the desired result we want? We need to become unified around a solution. The Elite have been very successful in their divide and conquer campaigns against humanity. So successfully that they have managed to put 99% of all the wealth into this world in the hands of the 1%. They have brainwashed 99% to fight amongst our ourselves while they have robbed us blind. They divided us by color, race, religion, politics, sexuality, and even by the sexes of male and females. Actually, the list of divisions is much greater than that. What we all have in common is the 99ers is as 99ers is that we want to live. Staying alive seems to be the only one thing all of us have in common. When we have come to the realization that our effort is here is to protect our own lives as living beings, you will find the passion needed to stand unified to your fellow men and work together on the solution together. And it will be easy to put aside things that may divide us. Eliminating the gap in wealth between the 1% and the 99 is a powerful solution. The elite laugh at poor that beg and cry. The elite are all very wealthy millionaires and billionaires, but not all millionaires and billionaires are elite. The elite don't laugh at the millionaires and billionaires that oppose them. They take them seriously. What is this? We are rolling out a TPC kringle economy that will have a million billionaires and a billion millionaires. And you are invited to be one of them, and surely the world will take us seriously. Do you want to be taken seriously? How much opposition can you do towards the evil without power? Uh, Let me show something here. Since we are in the distribution phase, I thought that reading this article, the article is very long, but I think that if we're going to have a little bit of an idea as to how we should respond or how we should behave as members of TPC, it is fine. It is actually quite important for us to understand our role as members of the Billion Coin. Uh, Let me go once again to the let me check. Let me check where I went. I missed this. Let me take it from here. Eliminating the gap in wealth between the 1% and the 99% is a powerful solution. The elite laugh at the poor that beg and cry. The elite are all very wealthy millionaires and billionaires, but not all millionaires and billionaires are elite. The elite don't laugh at the millionaires and billionaires that oppose them. They take them seriously. What is that? We are rolling out a TPC kringle economy that will have a million billionaires and a billion millionaires, and you are invited to be one of them. And surely the world will take us seriously. Do you want to be taken seriously? How much opposition can you do towards evil without power? Spiritual power is most valuable, but only a tiny few people will find that power because the required purification is much more than most most are willing to pass through to obtain it. So rolling out a new private economy full of millionaires and billionaires is a reasonable solution under the circumstances of today. Time is short, and yet there is plenty of, of time remaining for us to achieve this now. Our foundation we have laid out towards this achievement is strong enough to complete our mission before it is too late. We have 3.3 million members now and a database of over 18 million that have signed up in Kringle Cash. Hundreds of thousands have paid the admin fee, and we could do a much better job of activating our newest members. I see our gathering process as very successful within our first 2.5 years. We just need to do better in activation. I want you to look upon the next chart with fresh eyes and see how close we are to our objective of 1 billion members and that we are only a few more steps away. We have grown exponentially and we will continue to grow as such. Since we know that we have this massive campaign, the massive growth campaign, and I have said it a lot about this. Exponentially, do you see how close we are to the finish line? I'm sure this is surprising to some of you using fresh eyes to see this. I hope you have been inspired by the updated mission statement that makes it so clear that humanity is capable of lifting itself out of the morass of poverty, disease, lack, limitation, and suffering and ignorance into a new dawn of abundance and prosperity for all. Dear Tibetan, this is what the TPC admin is sending across to us. We need to put efforts together and engage ourselves in a positive way in the massive growth campaign of the billion coin. The only focus that we have to stick to is massive growth campaign. We have been presenting various campaigns that are taking place currently in the billion coin. If we can only follow them, adhere them, then we'll be able to push towards the membership growth because we know our mission, we know our vision. We shouldn't be confused by anything. So for now, today, I wanted to briefly read this and put it across, particularly to new members who are joining us. They need to get the update. And the only source of information is the blog. We should not entertain any other source outside other than the reading the blog. I hope that this is going to actually help us as we move forward in building the new economy, the new TPC economy that we are all waiting to achieve or looking forward to achieve. This is my contribution this evening. I am grateful to have the opportunity once again, and I hope this is going to help us understand further about the billion coin. I would love to give you a big thank you. Those who will be able to access my videos, they can as well connect with me through my email, which goes emmanuelmdiniswa@gmail.com. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for today. Bye.